Should Puerto Rico be your go-to island to visit in the Caribbean? Let's talk about it. Hello my beautiful people. Thank you for watching this video. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel right now and let us talk about this topic today. Topic today is Puerto Rico the #1 go-to in the Caribbean for a vacation? So let's talk about a number of reasons why I believe Puerto Rico is that #1 place to go to when you go down to the Caribbean for a nice, beautiful vacation. And there are many options to choose from. We know the Caribbean has plenty of islands and there are great options out there. So what makes Puerto Rico special from the rest of these islands? Well, let's talk about that a little more. Number one, the food, man. The food in Puerto Rico is amazing. It's amazing. Now, I gotta tell you, I've been to many different islands in the Caribbean. You know, I've been to DR, I've been to Cuba, I've been to the Virgin Islands, I've been to Aruba. So I've been to plenty of islands in the Caribbean. And I gotta tell you, there is no island that has better food than Puerto Rico. I 100% back that up. Why? Well, let me tell you something. The flavors that you get in the island from this Puerto Rican food that is cooked to perfection is just so flavorful, but it's also so fattening too, right? You can gain a number of pounds going to Puerto Rico. Let's start with breakfast, first of all. Breakfast, there's so many different options for breakfast. There are certain islands that you go to and you pretty much know what you're gonna eat for breakfast, right? In Puerto Rico, many different options. Let's start with, how about you go to a panaderia or a bakery, as you would call it in English. There are so many different things you can order there. They have pan sobao, which is this like sweet, soft bread from Puerto Rico, freshly made every morning. 5, 6 in the morning, these bakeries open up to make this bread is fresh, serve it fresh for all of the islanders. So you definitely need to try that out. They also have pan de agua, which is pretty close to a Cuban type of a bread. So it's very similar. So that's just bread, for example. Then you have all these different things that you can eat, like for example, oatmeal. It ain't that add water to the oatmeal and that's it. They put cinnamon in there and they make it with milk, and it's this awesome creaminess oatmeal that you can have. There are other things that you can actually eat for breakfast. They have many specialty pancake areas. They have Mallorcas, which is like a sandwich, an egg sandwich, ham, cheese, egg, and they put like this, I think it's called the confectionery sugar on top of it. Really good stuff. You also have bacalaitos. You can eat bacalaitos for breakfast. It's this goodness. They have codfish inside this fritter and you can dip it into sunny side up eggs. And I gotta tell you, it is amazing. So you have to try it out. And I just talked about breakfast and there's many things that I'm leaving out. Let's go to lunch. You can get a awesome, kind of like a panini sandwich. They have every type of sandwich you want over there. What I usually love to order when I go to get sandwiches, I usually order a nice pastrami sandwich. Oh man, and they make sure that it's toasted and it has everything you can put inside: lettuce, tomato, onions, obviously the pastrami, and you can add more things. But there's even a better option you can actually add. You can actually go with a tripleta, which has 3 different meats in a sandwich. Three. So you can do up to skirt steak in there. Skirt steak. You can do roasted pork. You can do pastrami. You can do ham. So many other options that you can put in this tripleta. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So that's lunch. We got that covered. Let's go to dinner. All right, dinner is a humongous list of options from so many different restaurants in Puerto Rico. Maybe we need to do another video, maybe talk about the top 10 restaurants in Puerto Rico. I've been to many of them and I've been to some really good ones. But I gotta tell you this, all right? You like rice with pigeon peas or arroz con gandules? We got that. That's like our specialty. We're known for that, right? You want regular rice and beans, whether that being black beans or that being red beans, we got you covered there too. Do you want, for the meats, do you want roasted pork? Well, we got many places in Puerto Rico, especially Guabate, where you're gonna see so many different places where they sell lechon asado or roasted pork. So that's really where it's known to be, right? But all over the island you can find that. You want skirt steak churrasco? We make amazing churrasco in Puerto Rico. You want chicken? Different sauces on it, garlic chicken, roasted oven chicken. We got you covered, man. We got food trucks all over the place that you can go and buy that as well. You want Chinese food? Have you ever tried the Chinese food in Puerto Rico? You have to try the Chinese food in Puerto Rico. It's amazing. It's amazing. Way better than Chinese food that you're gonna find here in the United States. I tell you that, and I 100% back that up as well. You go into the Chinese food place and you can get tostones, which are the fried plantains, and they have garlic sauce. Oh my goodness, you never had a tostón like that before, because a lot of people think tostones are all dried up, right? Unless you have the mayo ketchup sauce, which we also have that as well. But you gotta try it with the garlic. It's really good. And I can continue going on and on and on and on and on the food portion of this, right? I think this video is just turning out to be a food video, but really good stuff. Really good stuff. Now, desserts. Let's talk about desserts. Okay, you got flan, right? Really good stuff. I don't know if you ever tried flan. Now, I've had the one that's like kind of like eggy. It has like holes in it and stuff. I think the Portuguese make it. I'm not talking about that type of flan. I'm talking about a nice, creamy, delicious, either cream cheese flan or that vanilla flan. And they have a flan de coco, coconut flan. It's, my goodness, you're gonna gain a lot of weight. And I'm getting hungry right now, so maybe I need to go get something before I continue. You also have Puerto Rican eggnog for traditional for Christmas, pretty much. That is called coquito, and that's becoming a lot more famous now with Instagram. And a lot of people that are not even Puerto Rican are starting to drink it as well. It's like becoming a Christmas tradition for Latinos in the United States now. So very happy that many people are embracing the Puerto Rican culture, because for Christmas we really do go out. So like we have the longest Christmas in the world. So that's pretty interesting. When it comes to simply the drinks, we have natural juices like passion fruit, tamarindo, so many I could continue naming, but I want to keep it a little short and simple here. Really good juices, natural juices all over the island. I'm telling you, the food is out of this world, and it's so underrated. And that's what kind of upsets me a little bit about Puerto Rico. It's so underrated. People need to know about this. That's why I'm making this video, to inform you. All right, so the last thing I want to say about the food, all right? How many times have we gone to an all-inclusive resort and the food was just subpar, right? It was not the best food. Well, in Puerto Rico, anywhere you go in Puerto Rico, I can guarantee you, you're going to have some good food. There's rarely a place that I've been to in Puerto Rico that the food was not good, that the food was trash. Rarely happened to me. You can go in any corner, food truck, whether that's a mom and pop restaurant or a big, well-known restaurant, a luxurious restaurant. So many different options to choose from in Puerto Rico. So go for the food. All right, let's talk about the number one reason why everyone goes to the Caribbean, the beaches, okay? The beaches are amazing in Puerto Rico. There's so many different types of beaches in Puerto Rico that you can choose from. My number one favorite out of all the beaches that I've been to in Puerto Rico is Flamenco Beach, just because of the scenery. The water's crystal clear, blue. Amazing place to snorkel as well. And just the island of Culebra is amazing because it's beautiful. If you ever go in the nighttime, I'm giving you my secrets. You go in the nighttime, it's a hidden gem, and you're going to see every single star that God created. I'm not even joking. You go in the nighttime to Flamenco Beach, you're going to see every single star that God created. We just recently did that trip with my wife in November, and I got to tell you that she fell in love with me all over again because I showed her the stars and the moon, right? So, yes, Flamenco Beach is amazing, but there are so many other beaches that you can go to. And let me tell you, the Caribbean has amazing beaches. Flamenco Beach always comes out one of the top 10 in the world. In the world, like, you know, you have places like Italy and Greece that have amazing beaches too. And we're talking about that Flamenco Beach comes out top 10 lists many, many times. So you got to check that beach out. There's other beaches too. You want some cliffs, you can go to Cabo Rojo. There's some cliffs over there, some beaches like Playa Sucia. You want to jump into the beach, Crash Boat is a local favorite. They have like the pier where you can jump into the water. There's so many different beaches in Puerto Rico that are just so beautiful and so amazing, and they, you know, they're just top of the line. So yes, you got to go for the beaches. Let's talk about historic sites. Historic sites. Listen, a lot of history in Puerto Rico. How many times have we gone to a place to vacation and everything was catered to the American, right? You don't want that. You want to go out there. You want to explore. You want to know the culture of the place, right? I've been to some islands that they have no culture. Everything is about tourism, and get on this jet ski, or let's go over here, let's go over there. But there is no like culture. There's no culture. Puerto Rico is very rich in culture. That's why it's so pleasant to go. Historic sites you have in Morro and San Juan, in Old San Juan. A lot of history there. Spain basically had the island. They build these forts that were built in the 1500s, and they're still up there. So that's something amazing. Probably the most famous of the Spanish forts, because they build them all over the Caribbean, but that's the most famous one in San Juan, Puerto Rico. And you just have so much history throughout all the island. There's so many historic places to visit. You got to check it out. Do your research and check it out. Let's talk about the rainforest. Not many islands have a rainforest, and Puerto Rico has one. In fact, it's the only rainforest in the United States. So you have to go check out the rainforest. There's beautiful waterfalls in this rainforest, El Yunque rainforest. And I gotta tell you, if you want some rest from being so sunburned of all the beaches that you've been to in the island, go and refresh yourself in one of these beautiful rivers in Puerto Rico, in El Yunque rainforest. It's amazing. Let's talk about the awesome luxury hotels. There are so amazing luxury hotels in Puerto Rico, not all inclusive, but the good part about that is that you actually get to go out and experience the island. So you have to rent a car when you go to Puerto Rico. It's a must. It's not an option. It's a must. You have to do it in order for you to see some amazing, beautiful places in Puerto Rico. So yes, there are amazing resorts like the Conquistador Resort, which I just stayed at a couple months ago in November with my wife, and we absolutely enjoyed our time there in that resort. It was amazing. It has a private island, Palomino Island, which has an amazing pristine beach there as well. So you got to go check that out. But that's not it. There's the Ritz-Carlton in San Juan. You can go to Dorado if you got that money. You can go to Dorado and go to their beach reserve, and you're gonna spend a lot of money there, but it's top of the line stuff. So many amazing resorts to choose from in Puerto Rico. Yes, again, not all inclusive, but it's a good thing though, because you get to go out there and experience the real traditions of Puerto Rico, the Puerto Rican food, right? No passport. You don't need a passport to go to Puerto Rico if you're a United States citizen. So that is important, right? Because many times we're just like, all right, what are the restrictions? What do we have to do here? What do we have to do there? Do I need to get a visa? None of that stuff, all right? You're totally fine. As long as you have your driver's license, you can go to Puerto Rico. And last but not least, the music, man. The music in Puerto Rico is so rich in culture. I don't want to name certain artists here, but I gotta tell you, most of the music that the whole world listens to, as far as like the Latinos and Spanish music, pretty much comes from Puerto Rico, right? Today, in today's world, everyone's listening to certain artists that come from Puerto Rico. I mean, let's put it like this. That song Despacito, right? That was a #1 watch video in YouTube for a really long time when it comes to music. I believe it still is a #1 video when it comes to music. So just think about that, right? Comes straight up from Puerto Rico, recorded in Old San Juan in Barrio La Perla. So amazing music, salsa. You got also some merengue in there from Dominican Republic, our neighboring island. You also have reggaeton, which is very popular right now. And all of these mixed in with the old culture of Puerto Rico. You got some bomba, you got some plena, so you can literally hear music in every corner in Puerto Rico. Bands performing in many places in Old San Juan all the time, all right? So it's just amazing. So Puerto Rico should definitely be a consideration and should be a #1 place to go to for a vacation in the Caribbean. And you should definitely check it out. Once you do, you're always gonna wanna go back. Trust me. I have brought so many friends with me to Puerto Rico and they have revisited 2, 3, 4 times. Why? Because Puerto Rico is just amazing. It's so beautiful and it really needs a check out. You really need to have a vacation there. And I guarantee you, you're gonna wanna go back. So let me know, am I right about this? Am I wrong about this? Tell me, leave comments below and tell me what you think. Tell me if I missed anything. Tell me if I'm wrong about something. It's all good. You know, just comment down below. And once again, please subscribe to my channel. We are getting close to getting monetized in this channel, and it would mean the world to me if you can get me to that point. So I really do need you to subscribe to my channel for more. We have plenty of videos of Puerto Rico in my channel, places that you can go to and check it out. So thank you all. God bless you.